This is Strauss's Also sprach Zarathustra, better known as the theme song to 2001: A Space Odyssey. No meshes, no heavy beat. So what's happening here, the music is starting off low and deep and blue, and then you get this burst of high frequency right here. The trumpets are sounding at this point. And then it subsides down into the blue again. Now we're into the blue, and it's going to have another crescendo into the red here. Here time is going left to right. So this is the second crescendo, and the third crescendo. After that, there's a pause again, shorter, and now a bigger crescendo, and you can see it visually at the very end. It's this, and you have the very high frequency cymbals at the end, so it's deep blood red, the very highest point of the keyboard, and at the very end it trails off into a deep blue rumble. I can draw more images of one piece of music than there are particles in the universe, more than like 10 to the 80, okay, because of all the different parameters I can set. So which do I pick, and how do I do this? Well, I don't just draw one image. I draw thousands of images. And then I manually, I just do a parameter sweep, and then I manually go through and one by one and say, oh, I like that one. Okay, I'll keep it. No, delete. And then, oh, I like this one, and I keep going until I prune it down into a set. Okay, then here's a one or several that gives me this what I think depicts the music. So this particular piece of music can also be drawn this way, or this way, or the same music, or this way. But they all have the same kind of feel to them. This is a Celtic hymn, Morning Has Broken, performed by Cat Stevens. Very hard to render in an image because the music is very simple and doesn't have a lot of heavy beat to it. So it doesn't generate the complex meshes of jazz or of pop music. And it doesn't generate the complexity of like Strauss, for instance. So it's hard to render, but I came across this, and then I realized, oh wow, that's the Celtic Trinity symbol in a Celtic hymn. And I only saw this one set of 20,000 images that I rendered for this piece of music. And I've probably generated several 100,000 images for many different kinds of music. And I've never seen this Celtic Trinity symbol, but I saw it in this one rendering. And I knew it was a Celtic hymn, so I kept that one. In the art that I create, you could think that, oh, it's mathematical art, it'll be very sterile. If you just Google the image mathematical art, you'll get these pristine, pure drawings of all kinds of structures because they're perfectly mathematically described in a very simple set of formula. Unless it's fractal art, then it's something very complex. But you often see very simple, they're elegant and beautiful, but they're very structured. This has some organic feeling to it. Well, it's because, yes, it's mathematical artwork. It's mathematically, algorithmically generated. But the input to this is a human voice. The input to this is organic. It's music that's played by a person. So I'm somehow capturing that and in the feel here. It's not just some sterile mathematical piece of art. It's like translating that organic feeling in the music into the artwork.